Hello, I am Archivist Saren, and welcome to my study. And today, we are finally back to some Dark Souls. Let me get the menu music in there. That's good. It has been a while. It has definitely been some time. I think last time I played Dark Souls, I was doing the Dark Souls 1 shield only. And that was some time ago. That was before I even started playing WoW on the channel. So it's been a while. But I decided that I would finally come back to the Dark Souls 3 shield only. Now I've skipped Dark Souls 2 for the moment because it's a difficult game. And I barely beat it with regular weapons the first time. So I think we're just gonna be toning it back a bit, and going to Dark Souls 3, which is a lot easier for me because I'm more familiar with it. And we'll come back to the Dark Souls 2 at a later date, because that's probably gonna be the biggest challenge in this entire series of shield only runs, is doing the Dark Souls 2 one. But this shouldn't be too difficult for me, because I have not only played a lot of Dark Souls 3 in general, but I've also played a lot of Dark Souls 3 Shield only. I think I've beaten Shield only on Dark Souls 3 twice so far already, and this will then be the third time. And we'll just see how it goes. It shouldn't be too difficult, though I'm probably really rusty, all things considered. But we'll just jump right into the new game. I would have started at the character creator, but I realized there's a little cinematic before you even get to the character creation, so we'll watch that. That's why I started at the menu. Also, hello, Mr. The Rock Destroyer. Good to see you. Also, I'll probably talk through
Yes,
this whole
indeed.
thing, because the last time, if I didn't,
It is called Lothric,
it would basically sense that, oh, this part of the
the
audio isn't
transitory
yours.
lands of the Lords of
We're
Cinder
gonna mute it in the
converge.
VOD, and that's very upsetting. So I need to talk somewhat through it, just so that it doesn't,
Venturing north,
censor the whole thing. But
the
hopefully,
pilgrims discover the truth of the old words.
hopefully it's still gonna be fine with knowing what's going on with the.
Fire
It has captions at the
fades,
bottom, so that shouldn't be too difficult.
and the lords go without thrones.
Yes, I did look into Pacific Drive. The issue that I am having with it is that, first of all, like there were a few things that I noticed that made it seem like it might not be the best choice.
When the link of fire is threatened,
Partially, it
the
was
bell
that I
tolls.
read the reviews and there seemed to be a couple major issues that people had.
Lords of Cinder from their graves.
This is a very loud cinematic. Uh, but the main issue I saw was that people were saying it gets a bit repetitive after only a couple hours, and that there's no way to save during like multi-hour long missions, and so you sometimes just have to restart those, and that got a lot of people to rage quit it. So I feel like those are pretty glaring issues.
Saren's undead legion.
And additionally, there was multiple people saying it was not optimized really well, and my computer's already struggling with unoptimized games like Voices of the Void, and so an even higher fidelity unoptimized game would probably kill it entirely. So I don't want to try that.
Yorm the giant.
Oh boy, Yorm the Giant. I completely forgot about him.
Only in truth,
Yeah, Yorm the Giant is gonna
the
be a
lords
tough
will
one.
abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead,
This is a longer
I
cinematic than I remember.
to be cinder, and so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Indeed it do. Alright, I think that's it. I think it's the end of the cinematic. Your PC was running Pacific Drive better than Voices of the Void. That is, honestly, that's kind of impressive on the part of Voices of the Void that they managed to be harder on the PC even when they're like a much smaller, like lower fidelity game. You know, it's really weird. It really shows how optimized modern like AAA titles are. So let's make a character. I need to figure out which class is the best. I remember strength is gonna be our main thing. So who has the most strength? The warrior. And the warrior, oh, I can't turn the person doing that. But warrior is probably going to be our starting class because high strength. Really, strength is the only thing that shields scale with at all, as far as I remember. So that's definitely going to be our main stat. Burial gift. I guess sovereignless soul. Or do I? No, there was no lore starting gift, which is always disappointing. You know, in Dark Souls 1, you have like the old witch's ring that you can get if you don't want any other burial gift or starting gift. I don't remember what they call it in Dark Souls 1. I don't think it's burial gift though. But let's see. Face presets. No. Back. Let's see. Where is load fave? No favorite saved. Sad. That must have been in Elden Ring that I have favorites saved. So I don't know. I don't much care about how the character looks, so I might just, let's see. Do any of these stand out to me? No, I might just stay commoner. I usually don't care too much about how the character looks and don't really want to spend like 20 minutes doing that because almost every Dark Souls stream I've watched, they're just like, they sit at the character creator for 20 minutes getting that all perfectly set up. And I mean, that's fine, but I'm going to be wearing armor that covers literally everything, including the face. So it won't matter in the end. Let's see. Now I wanna call it just Shield Maiden, but I think I have another save file called that. But we'll just go with it. If it doesn't let us do it, then that's fine. All right, it's fine. That's good. And usually, at least like 99.8% of the time, if I have a choice in the matter, I usually pick to go with a female character. Now that the explanation behind that is long and nuanced, but that's just how I do. That's how it goes. I don't think I've made a male character on purpose in like, other than like a meme character. I think I made like a Gordon Ramsay character in in classic WoW not too long ago, like a couple years. But other than that, I usually don't do that. Let's see. Now I need to remember all the controls because this game is very much made for let's see, back. This game is very much made for controller, not keyboard and mouse. So that's going to be very fun. So we start with a round shield. Not the best shield for this. Only 86% physical damage reduction. You never watched or played Dark Souls? Oh, well, today's your lucky day, I suppose. This is gonna be quite an interesting run to start out with. I have to say that Dark Souls is probably one of my favorite game series in general. No, not back. Remove that. I think R is... Yeah, R is remove. Okay. I'm remembering stuff, and Q is back, not escape. All right. We're learning things. Or relearning things, as it were. Oh, so just a minute ago, before the stream started, I was trying to figure out if this game would work with the streaming setup I currently have, like make sure my graphics card isn't going to lag out or anything. And it was very upsetting because I get in here and I look at the settings here. I look over at this and I see quality setting low. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's already on low. That's, you know, so that's fine. Why is it lagging then? But then I went back into the game and I saw how like high resolution everything was. I'm like, is that really low? So I come back in here and the quality setting still said low, but then I hit advanced and, you know, I fixed it now, but all of this was at max. And I was like, why? Why is there a disconnect between the overall setting and the advanced settings? Like, it was kind of upsetting because I was like, there's no way I could have known that if I hadn't gone that extra, you know, few clicks to investigate as to why the game looked so good on the lowest settings, you know? It's like, I can't be expected to do everything around here, you know? And it's just really weird. I'm guessing it just started on low, but the advanced settings were on high, and so I would need to reset it. And sure enough, when I set the overall setting to low, it fixed it. Oh, great. Man, this is definitely gonna be a learning curve to get back into this. Alright, so we'll get rid of this guy because I hate him. There we go. And now we need to pass the test. Because every time I play this game, I think I mentioned it last time I played this. Of course, then I wasn't doing shield only, but every time I play this, I need to go and kill this crystal lizard before reaching the first bonfire. It is my rite of passage. Every time I play this game, if I can't beat this guy, I don't deserve to continue in the game. Of course, my friend's rite of passage is he needs to parry Gundyr at least once when he's killing him, which isn't easy. Gundyr is not a fun person to try to parry. Of course, with a lot of practice, I'm sure it's pretty easy, but, you know, right off the bat, it's not something you want to try to do. Oh yeah, I did notice in Pacific Drive you can disable the copyright music, which is quite nice. You know, it's always good when games have that option in there. Alright, I'm over here reading this enemy like a book. He hasn't landed a single hit on me yet, which, I mean, there's still plenty of time for him to do that. I mean, he's not dying very quickly because this shield is not the best. But we will get a better shield eventually. No, I did not get the game yet. I was watching some gameplay of it to gauge if it would be something I was interested in. You know, because it's easier to just look at gameplay videos than to watch the trailers and everything, because those are usually a bit skewed. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely just get it to try it out if I wasn't on such, you know... Oh, that one got me. if I wasn't on such a small budget when it comes to game buying, you know, stuff. So I need to be very selective at this point. And, you know, my criteria when judging whether or not I should, like, get a game is generally whether or not I can get 1 hour of entertainment per dollar spent on buying it. Which not a ton of games end up passing that criteria. You know, games like RimWorld and Skyrim and Dark Souls, I have gotten hundreds of hours of entertainment out of for the relatively small initial investment, which makes them very good with that ratio. But not all games can do that, and that's why all the reviews of Pacific Drive saying that it gets kind of stale after like 2 hours was kind of scary. It's like, if it gets stale for some people after 2 hours, then how am I going to get 30 hours out of it? You know, that would be quite an intense amount of time to put into a game if some people are getting bored of it that quickly. So I don't know. I'm definitely keeping it in mind for later, and if it goes on sale at any point, I'm certainly going to be getting it. But, you know, as of now, I don't think it's something that I'm going to be investing into, especially because if I'm staying on the Dark Souls train for a bit, I'm going to be wanting to get the Elden Ring DLC, which is coming out in June 17th? I don't remember. It was somewhere around there. And that thing is going to be kind of expensive as far as I remember. I'm going to want to have, you know, funding available for such an endeavor. Alright, well, we got hit really early there. These guys take a lot of hits when it comes to this shield. Grab this, as always. Do our version of a shield plunging attack, which is just to land on the guy. Because, yeah, shields cannot plunging attack. It's very upsetting. There we go. Now, Gundyr. This should be easy, right? I mean, I'm rusty. Quite significantly rusty. But I have beaten Gundyr so very many times. This shouldn't be an issue. But yes, benefit number 1 of shields. They have insane amount of stagger damage. And I guess I am two-handing it, technically, which would increase the stagger damage even more. This game reminds you of Bloodborne? Well, they are made by the same company. Oh, no. They're made by the same company. And they're in the, you know, same genre, so it makes sense. Though Bloodborne is significantly more fast-paced than most Dark Souls games, I think. Okay, we got into this phase. Ouch. Don't hit me. Drink. Okay. We're good. Oh. Now, the issue with Gundyr is I always misremember his attacks, because I'm remembering champion Gundyr and not regular Gundyr. So that makes it confusing sometimes. A jump attack? Ow, that is a much bigger area of attack than I remember. Whoa. Alright, we got this. Alright, rolled to the side, got away from it. Very nice. Come on, man, stagger. I know you want to. There you go. Good giant pus monster. Roll to the side. Ever tried no hit? I think no hit is a bit above my pay grade. You know, I mean, shield only is pretty much the hardest challenge I've done thus far. I did attempt Dark Souls 1 broken sword only, not on stream, but it was because my brother was really good at it, and so I tried to beat the first boss with just the broken straight sword, and it was, or no, it was the sword hilt, and I couldn't do it. You gonna launch Bloodborne right now? Well, that's good. Play some Souls-like games together. But yeah, I think Bloodborne is pretty much the only Souls-like game that I haven't played extensively because I don't have a PS4. So, oh, and Sekiro, but I don't know if that's really Souls-like. It's made by the same company, but it is so very different. Oh, he blocked me. That's my move. You can't be stealing that. I'm the one that blocks things. Got the Boneward Home. Very nice. Although I did play some Bloodborne, because at one point I had, I think it's just called like PlayStation Connect or something. It's that thing that makes it so you can basically stream PlayStation games to your PC, which is really bad when it comes to like lag and other stuff like that, but it definitely worked for what I needed. And I was able to play Bloodborne all the way up to Bloodstarved Beast, which, you know, that's, I don't know, a good 10 hours into the game? I don't know. It's a good ways into the game. So, I got pretty far, all things considered. Yeah, I was trying to attack before it would have a chance to attack, but that was obviously a bit naive of me. Do not try to out-attack a dog. Alright, got our Ember. Do I do the jump? I probably do the jump. Can I do the jump with the armor on? That's a good question. We're definitely doing the tree jump. Hello, waifu. Why, thank you.
I am a firekeeper.
I know.
I tend to the flame and tend to thee.
Well, ain't that nice?
The
This
lords
armor's
have left their
pretty
thrones
decent, actually.
and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side.
Alright, well, we can level up with our Gundyr money.
Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
Oh, and I can also use the soul item, but I guess I shouldn't use that just yet. I'll use that next time. Or later when I need to buy things. So let's see. Overall stats, strength is going to be our main stat for DPS because, as I said, shields only scale with strength, as far as I know, unless you like infuse it with something else. But usually that's not a great idea. And of course, vigor is going to be incredibly important, seeing as how we really only have our shield and our health and stamina. So we need to increase all of those as much as we can. So for right now, let's see. There's nothing I'm saving up strength for. That would just increase that. I do need to increase equip load at some point, but I don't know to what point I need to increase that, so we'll focus on that later. For now, let's just get a bunch of health. that is a significant margin more health. So let's just go up to 20 and then get strength up a bit. Just for that extra DPS. We're definitely going to need it. Okay, and Q is back, not escape.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
Why, thank you. Embed the coiled sword, I sure will. Very nice. Alright. Now, I'm still trying to decide how I want to deal with Yorm the Giant. I mean, he's like way far away, probably like 10 hours away in this playthrough, but it's like Yorm the Giant, he's a gimmick boss, so you need to use the weapon to beat him. Last time, when I did the shield only run of Dark Souls 3, I did Sigvard's... Is it Sigurd or Siegmeyer in this one? I can never remember. But I did his quest line, and he comes in with the gimmick sword and can kill Yorm for you, as long as you tank Yorm for long enough. So that's what I did last time on my shield only run, but it also feels a bit insincere to... Also, why am I standing here monologuing when I could be trying the tree jump? It seems a bit insincere to be doing the shield only run and to have someone else kill Yorm, you know? I mean, it is a part of the game. It's a summon that's readily available to anyone, but it's still like... Dang it. It's still one of those things, you know? Maybe I should attempt it for a bit without summoning before not resulting. Resorting. That's the word. Dang it. You know, normally I think people take off all the armor for this jump because they want to be as light as possible, but I'm pretty sure it's possible with armor. It's just a lot harder. Got your PS4 running, you're launching the game for the first time. The first time ever, or just the first time in a while? Have you never played it? Okay, we're resorting to taking off the gear. Keeping the shield, though, for protection, you know. Also, we are absolutely covered in blood. Yep, first try. That armor makes it so much harder to do anything. Alright. Now we just need to not fall up here, and we'll be good. Because if we fall up here, we're gonna need to do the jump again, which would be upsetting. Two years, huh? Have you finished the game before, or have you just kind of dabbled in it? Because my friend, he's played a lot of Bloodborne, a lot more than I have. And because, you know, he actually has a PS4, so it was one of the main Souls-like games that he was playing. And he got pretty far in it. I think he got to a DLC place before ending up stopping for a while. This is really hard for you. Yeah, it is a tough game, honestly. I would say it's probably harder than most Dark Souls games. Yeah, actually, I would say it's probably even harder than Dark Souls 2, so I think it's harder than all the Dark Souls games. But it might just be, you know, that I'm not as well acquainted with the Bloodborne mechanics as I am with the Dark Souls ones. Let me get my blue Estus switched over to red, because we're not going to need that. A lot Estus. There we go. Oh, and reinforce Estus, because we did just get an Estus shard. Very nice. Thank you very much. Let's see. Travel. High Wall of Lothric. Now the game begins. I'm gonna need to fight that Puss of Man. That's not gonna be fun. I mean, I already beat a boss Puss of Man, but somehow somehow the regular enemy Pus of Mans are harder than Gundyr, which I don't know why that is. They are chaotic. I always love that whole scene where you struggle to open the door and you come out and see that. That's pretty amazing. Is it just me, or on lower graphics does this look better? Or do I just not look this direction very often? Because that looks kind of amazing. I love the stonework with the... What do you call them? I would need the binoculars to zoom in, but you see all the little spikes on the roof of that tower? I forget what those are called, but those are very nice. I always like those. Very good stonework. Anyways, enough marveling at the views. We're not here to vacation, we're here to kill things with a dinner platter. I might come back to this Pus of Man, because... Oh, also, why do I have this on my bar? I don't need it. We're not going to be casting spells with a shield. Because if I go this way, I can go further ahead and get my first semi-permanent shield. Of course, it's going to involve a lot of... It's going to involve a lot of farming to get that semi-permanent shield. Stop your yelling. Ow. Also need to get used to the low range again. Is the Bloodborne in the same universe as Dark Souls? Now that is a nuanced question. Now, overall, I would say no. However, you know, like, lore-wise, there is no real, like, confirmation that they are inhabiting the same world. But there are two major theories that people have as to how Dark Souls and Bloodborne could be connected. One of them is because the Dark Souls world is cyclical, in that it, you know, is constantly going through an age of fire and age of dark. There could be, you know, a time where, you know, like, it could be that Bloodborne is in the midst of the age of dark, because, you know, it's very dark in Bloodborne. Or it could be that Bloodborne is another era after the age of dark, and thus it could be in the same world, but just with separate laws and stuff, because different magics are at play in that age. But there's also the theory that the reason why blood is so important in Bloodborne is because Bloodborne actually takes place in a painting, is the theory. I don't know how well the theory holds up, but in the Dark Souls series, there are at least 2 paintings that have painted worlds inside of them. And in theory, if you made a painted world with blood as the paint, it could end up somewhat like Bloodborne, probably. So that's at least how the theory goes. Bloodborne has guns, that is true. And it has, like, a completely different technological era as opposed to Dark Souls. So if it was a painted world, then it's a rather sophisticated one. And the painter would have to have knowledge of, you know, advanced machinery and that kind of stuff, and even a completely different culture. But, you know, it's just a theory. We're not sure exactly. I don't think it was ever, like, canonically stated that either of them inhabit the same world. So take any theories about it with a grain of salt. But it is kind of cool to think about. You know, the whole possibility of it. There we go. Man, shield guys are so hard to kill sometimes. Okay. You guys have to stop that. Thank you very much. Always trying to corner me and delay me to get me stuck in the dragon fire. What the heck? I don't think I need anything out there just yet. I guess I can try. Amber. Club. Yeah, I don't need them. Run. Okay, we're fine. We're good. False alarm. I'm gonna drink some of the Sunny D. And now fight a Mimic, because, I mean, the Mimic doesn't have anything I need, but I always kill the Mimic. Oh, that is not good damage. In terms of damage, we have no damage. Mimics are super, super dangerous. So this is going to be a long and stressful fight. Just stay behind him. He can't get me if I'm behind him. Which apparently is working. I did not I was saying that as like a joke. Alright, but the stagger has got him on the run. Once again, stagger is like our only advantage here above other weapons. Because it's like I'm hitting him with a great sword, pretty much. But with a faster attack speed. And, you know, much lower damage. So you lose some of the benefits of a great sword, but you at least have one of them. And that's what counts. In terms of damage, we have no damage. Those are famous last words. They probably will be. I will have those on my many, 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 many gravestones that I'm going to have by the end of the game. Oh, speaking of which... Have I died yet? I don't think I have. Speaking of which, does this still work? It does. At least it seems like it does. I have a death counter. I forgot to enable that at the beginning because it has been a long time. I don't think we've died yet, though. As far as I can tell, I think we've, you know, first tried everything. Because we're just that great. Now we're probably gonna die first thing because I said that. Yeah, we're gonna run past this guy. We don't need to deal with this loser. At least not yet. Give me the bonfire. Give me the okay. We have to deal with this loser apparently. Oh no, he might be going back. He might be going back. There we are. Bonfire. Oh hey, there are summons. This is a regular person. Interesting. That is a bad sign, isn't it? Because if I can summon people, I can be invaded by people. That is not something I desire. Might need to turn that off next time, or if it becomes an issue, really. Because I remember Dark Souls 2 having the mandatory PvP, and it was hectic. Never want to deal with that again. Are you coming back up here? No, you're just chilling. All right. Yeah, let me just get a nice plunging attack on you. Does like 9 damage or something. Very nice, very efficient. I mean, compared to my, you know, usual damage, that's not bad. Alright, so we're not killing this guy either until we get our better weapon. Because, no thank you. We're just gonna move on, come back for these guys a bit later. Oh lord, he's still doing his thing. Oh, I missed the jump. Ow, and that did a lot of damage. And my Estus really sucks. Might just be because I upgraded my health a whole bunch. So, compared to my health pool, The regen sucks, maybe. Man, these guys, I really hate these guys for their just spam attacks. Really, any enemy that just spams attacks, I absolutely hate. Sadly, that is like 90% of the cast of Elden Ring, so that's gonna be fun. With Elden Ring, they were pretty much like, man, what are the enemies that Dark Souls players hate the most? And they figured out that it was enemies that just spam attacks wildly and dog enemies. And so they decided to put a bunch of those. They're just like, yeah, both of those things, we're just gonna make as many of them as possible. Make every enemy do that. You know, bosses, regular enemies, even the dogs. Let's make the dogs spam attacks. That'll be great. Oh gosh. Hey guy, we're gonna be stealing all your loot. Hope you don't mind. Oh, he minds. He minds a lot. Okay, well we stole like half your loot. That's gonna be good enough for me. Goodbye. I'm gonna grab this because I never learn. And now to do a boss. I could have gotten the shortcut, but honestly the shortcut isn't all that short. So I don't always bother with it. Ow, my guy. Alright, well, who needs Estus to deal with what's this guy's face? How do I not remember that? This is literally the second boss in the game. What was this guy's name? This is not Yorm. That's the big guy. That's Yorm the Giant. Something of the Boreal Valley. Jimbo. I'm gonna call him Jimbo. Jimbo of the Boreal Valley. And he's very scary. Vort, that was it. Can this guy be staggered, I wonder? I don't think I've ever staggered him. Or at least his stagger isn't, you know, considerable enough to really be worth note. Because, you know, this guy is pretty much just the Sith of this game. Oh yeah, that's his stagger. Oh yeah, that is tiny. That's why I never really cared about his stagger before. Doesn't really give you any opportunities, does it? This is not where I want to be. Okay, thank you. Thank you for backing up for me. Alright, second phase, my least favorite. Oh boy, 100 damage. Man, I am really doing well over around here. But I kind of need to kill this guy in order to, oh gosh, get access to the best farming spot for my next shield. At which point I will actually be able to do any amount of damage with my new shield, you know? So this guy is the last roadblock. Ow.
Oh, how did I not roll through that? Yeah, his second phase can be a bit tough when you're dealing with it for like 5 minutes. Because normally, there's actually a criticism of Vort that is that his second phase never lasts very long because you just kill him too quickly. Because if you're using a normal weapon, he dies in like a minute, tops. So, definitely fighting him with a shield brings a whole new level of difficulty to his boss fight that you usually don't have to deal with. Let's see, can I just avoid all you guys? Probably. Now, as long as we don't get hit by any other stupid things, you know, which I am very prone to getting hit by the dumbest of things. Like this spear guy, for instance. No, he's fine. We should be able to get in here with only one heal used. Very good. Oh, yes. That was first death. Need to remember that. I need to get back into, like, the muscle memory of, you know, clicking the death meter. Because it's, you know, it's not automatic, sadly. I wish it was. You know, really, that should just be a setting in Dark Souls. Is just, you know, activate on-screen death counter. Because, yeah, his first phase is full of openings. And his attack, you know, pattern is not very complex. Second phase, though, completely different. Honestly, I think I would be interested in seeing a mod that just makes it so Vort starts in second phase. Just to make him actually difficult through the entire fight, you know? Okay, he's going sicko mode. That attack is one of the reasons why second phase is so much harder. He doesn't do that attack in first phase, but it can hit directly underneath him and applies freezing damage, which are neither the things you want. Okay, he doing his thing. Okay, that's a two-part attack. That's right under him. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. He's doing his charging. Okay. That's a weird move to start out with. What even is that attack? I have never seen you do that. Oh. Nice. Oh. I was gonna say nice try, but actually, nice try, because you did hit me that time. Two-parter. Ugh. Though it is quite a shame, because Vort's theme is really cool at the end, and yet most people don't hear his soundtrack all the way through because they kill him too fast. There we go. Still had one death, which, you know, not acceptable. That's too many deaths. Alright, we're going to go back and spend these souls, and then we're going to get to farming, which is probably going to be even harder than Vort. but that's fine.
Welcome home, speak then. Very well, then take me.
So let's see. We could increase strength to match our vigor. It's only 1 damage each, but that'll get better over time as we get better weapons. We can increase the vigor even more. What's the soft cap on health in this? Assuming 30? Maybe 40? Probably 30. And then the soft cap of strength is 27. 27, right? I was gonna say 24, but that's not right. Okay, that looks good enough to me. More damage. Because we are very lacking in damage so far. Alright, I don't think we got any Estus shards, so let's just head back in. Did we get bone shards? No. Unfortunate. Okay, but now we're going to use his boss room as a staging ground for the farming. Man, if only I had a PS4. I could definitely play Bloodborne. Because, you know, I have the capture card set up and everything. I could play some Bloodborne on stream if I had a PS4. But sadly not. Maybe someday I'll borrow my friend's PS4 and play it on his. Because it would be pretty easy just to, you know, transplant the PS4 from his setup to mine. Alright, now these losers are the guys who drop the shield we need. Now, they don't always drop something. And when they do, it is randomly one of their pieces of armor, or their sword, or their shield. And we only need the shield. So, either we'll get it immediately and be very happy, or we'll be here for like an hour. Nothing. Also, I don't think this guy can drop the shield because he has the... Ow. You know, he has the great shield, and we don't need the great shield. We need the eye shield. Let me just heal up a bit. Luckily, our poise damage is coming in handy against this great shield. Ugh. The special attacks these guys have are kind of terrifying. Alright. Spear guy, harder than regular guy, but not bad. And another regular guy. Also, the shield guy might only be harder because I'm more used to the moveset of the regular ones. Yoink. Oh no. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Do not commence the yoinking in the middle of combat. Noted. Drink. Ow. Okay. Drink. Ugh. A bit short there. That's fine. We'll get him next time. Ugh. Almost out of stamina there. It's fine. We're living. And nothing. 3 enemies in a row. You don't understand Bloodborne? How so? What's what is there to not understand about it? Why is this already open? Aren't I supposed to open that door? Pretty sure I am. Maybe it's because I killed Vort first.
The wait has been long, unkindled one.
Has it now?
I am Emma, High Priestess of Lothric Castle.
Are you now?
Allow me to speak frankly.
Okay.
You will not find the Lords of Cinder here. They have left, gone.
Mm-hmm, sure.
Rooms converging at the base of this castle.
Sure they have.
Head to the bottom of the high wall. Forge on through the great gate and raise this banner to proceed.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, well I don't need to deal with you anymore. We're gonna go kill a even harder variant of the guys that I've already been getting absolutely whooped by. I could try to kill the dancer early, but that would be a mistake. He has more poise than the other guys. I guess it's stamina that it's you know, using when you block an attack. So it's not really poise, it's just the amount of stamina they have. Yeah, so this guy with his shiny weapon, ugh, very scary. And he has higher health, higher stamina, maybe higher armor. I can't tell. But I think his shiny blade means that more of his damage will pierce through my shield, because it's like holy damage or something like that. Ow. Ugh. This is fine. This is going great, I'm sure. Ugh. Oh, there he goes buffing again. Oh, really? Man, that guy did not stagger for anything. Jeez. Like I hit him and he just went straight into the attack. That's BS. Alright, but it's to be expected. Until we get our better shield, we're gonna be kind of hurting. Yeah, because these guys' poise breaks after 2 hits on their shield. Big guy took, I think, 3. Ugh. And they definitely are taking more damage, I think. Give me an item. Nope. Absolutely diddly. Exactly nothing. And this guy uses his shield almost as much as I do, which is quite annoying, if you ask me. Ugh. These dang spear guys. I mean, look at that. They just combo you into non-existence. My shield is way too slow to handle really any of their attacks. That is a big issue when it comes to shields, is they're incredibly slow when it comes to attacking. Did I just phase through that guy's shield like twice in a row? I don't know how I did that. Yeah, I guess I'm just impressive like that. And no, I don't know why I'm even trying to kill this guy, seeing as how he can't even drop the item we need. But he's here, so I kill him. Oh boy, Lothric Knight Gauntlets. Are those better for me? I don't know if they are. Let's see, they're significantly heavier. What is heavy? I think 75? Is that the same? I can't tell. No, not that. Yeah, that seems pretty much the same. Okay, well, their gauntlets look cooler, so I'm sticking with them. They're shiny. So you can't really see them behind the shield. That's fine. They usually stop their big attack. Oh, we are out of juice. I forgot about that little factoid. Ow, twice in a row. Jeez. So I guess you cannot rely on them stopping their special move if you hit them during it. Even though sometimes they do. It's not always. Oh. Saved by the shield's other unique mechanic, which is that if you are halfway through an attack with a shield, it also counts as a block. Which is quite good. You know, it's nice to be blocking like 10% of the time while constantly attacking. Well, let's get back to the bonfire and rest up. We can't beat that last guy with no healing. That's for sure. Oh, where does one get... Where does one get the gold... No, the gold serpent ring is all the way up in, like, Sen's Fortress, right? Not Sen's Fortress. Oh, what is that place called? Although, in Dark Souls 1, I do think it is in Sen's Fortress. But I'm talking about the Profane Capital. That's the word. Yeah, blocking their shield attacks is never a great idea. Almost got him. Just one more clean hit. There we go. Give me your shield, please. Nope. What else affects drop rates? Because it's not humanities. We don't have humanities in this game. That's Dark Souls 1. So there's the... Well, I guess there's the coins. I could have gotten the tarnished gold coin as a burial gift, which might have been smart, knowing I had to do this entire grind to get my first good shield. Oh no, long range. It's fine. Oh, you continue in the combo. And nothing. Could go kill the big guy. I know he drops Titanite for sure the first time you kill him. I don't want to deal with the shield guy though. Because I need as many heals left over for the big dude as possible. So we're just gonna try to sneak by sprinting. The sneakiest form of travel. Sneaky! See? If you yell that you're sneaky, they can't hear you. Why do I keep thinking I can, like, outspeed their attack? Or outrange it? I think my brain is still working on using the claymore from the last time I played this. Okay. Yeah, he did not cancel that attack. They sometimes do, apparently they sometimes don't. Man, that guy is tough. Especially because I have an unupgraded, not great shield. I mean, this shield is decent. That's, you know, but it's not as good as other ones. Like, the knight shield is a lot better. But you don't want to start as the knight because you don't get as much strength then. And you know me, I like... Come this way. I like strength. Strength is good. Yeah, what is there to not understand about Bloodborne though? I mean, it's really different from Dark Souls, but if you haven't played the Dark Souls games, then those differences probably wouldn't be too confusing because you don't have any like baseline for it to be different from. Oh no, that was a mistake. Okay, mistakes were made. You know what? We're never out. Punished for our mistakes. Give me your shield, please. Dang it. I mean, that's probably like the second best thing they can drop, but still. Dang it. You know, after getting one of these shields, it's going to be a lot easier to get more. And you do kind of want multiple of these sometimes. Because I think last time... Oh, you're done playing Bloodborne? Oh, the crossbow, of course. Ooh, but we got our healing back from that guy. Very nice. Alright, where's Shield Man? He's coming back this way, so we gotta wait. And then we can go kill that guy. I don't know how far away this guy has to be. We're gonna assume that's good enough. Alright, we have 4 heals to deal with this loser. Oh, he blocked it. How could he have heard me coming? I was sprinting so stealthily. Ow. Hey, you're not allowed to use the shield. That's my move. Oh no. Oh. When he pulled up that thing right as I was trying to heal, I thought I was done for. Okay, that was a mistake, my guy. You know, they should really just put this guy in Vort's boss room. This is 10 times harder than Vort could ever be. Why are you stopping to buff right there? What the heck was that about? Like, I made a ton of distance for you to be able to buff. and you just did not. Okay, that was a mistake. I did not wait long enough. Also a mistake. Okay. I don't think I can beat that guy with this shield. I think that's just not going to be happening. We need a little bit more DPS before we can take that guy on. Which means that we just have the 2 guys down here that we can fight. Which honestly, it might be easier to go back to the previous bonfire to farm these guys there. Because I thought it would be easiest to farm them here because there's more of them. But seeing as how I can't kill the blue guy right now, and the spear guy doesn't even drop the shield we need, I don't think that would be the best option. Ugh. Oh, which starting weapon did you choose in Bloodborne, by the way? Because I always go for the cane sword. Very nice weapon. Very versatile. Not saying that the other ones aren't good. Honestly, I see a lot of people, you know, saying the cane sword is not the best one. So, my choice might be, you know, the axe one. Oh yeah, the axe one I've seen, like the cleaver. I've seen a lot of people choose that one. I don't think I've ever actually chosen it. I think I've always gone for the cane sword. You know, style points count for a lot. And you know, you can't beat the style of having a sword inside of a cane. My God, can you stop trying to combo on me? Just... Whoa. Barely blocked that one. Okay, we got him. And no loot. Okay. Yeah, but I think most people I've seen go for the pistol because it's best for parrying, I believe. The shotgun, I think, just has more base damage, but the pistol is faster and easier for the parrying, which, if you're not planning on parrying, then shotgun is perfectly viable. And then... Yeah, and then usually I go for the cane sword because... I mean, I don't know about the axe. The axe might have serrated when it's open in the big form, but I know that the cane sword has the serrated buff when it's in its whip form, which is super useful because when you're fighting against anything that counts as a beast, the serrated version of the weapon does extra damage to the beasts, so very, very useful. Oh, you're doing long range? That's fine, that's fine. So I can outrange is outranging. Dang it. Oh, I got an ember. That's always nice. We don't need the sword, we need the shield, which is our version of a sword. How do you parry? Ow. Basically, in Bloodborne, it's a lot different than in Dark Souls. So, in Dark Souls, what you do... Can I parry while two-handing this? I can. Okay. Let me see if I can parry this guy. You do that. In Dark Souls. That's how that works. But in Bloodborne, how it works, because you don't have a shield, generally, you need to basically fire at them you know, shoot your gun into their face right at like the moment of contact when their attack is about to at its zenith, you know? And then if you do it correctly, if you have the right timing, then it will stagger them and they'll fall on the ground and you can get a visceral attack, which is a lot like a riposte in Dark Souls, but I think better even. It does a bunch of damage. You just basically pull out their organs. It's kind of great. But yeah, definitely parrying in Bloodborne much harder than in Dark Souls as far as I have seen. I really hope the shield guy isn't here. Wait, did he just heal? He just healed, didn't he? Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to beat this guy. Before I knew that he healed, I was already kind of despondent about it, but at this point it's a complete lost cause. Like, I'm out of heals. I assume he is. Most enemies don't have more than one heal overall. Ugh. But my shield doesn't even block 100% of physical damage, so if this goes on long enough and I keep having to block his attacks, he's just gonna wear me down eventually. Ow. Yep, we're running. Can't beat this guy. We gave it a good shot, a very good shot. It's, you know, no shame in saying that you can't. And we're just gonna run away like a little pansy. You know, it's great. It's fun. He's not chasing me. Good. I was scared about that. Okay, let me attempt the other thing, which is Tower on the Wall. That's the other place you can farm this. That's where I usually farm it, but I decided to be, you know, a bit quirky this time. Try to be over there, but obviously it's not going too great. So with this one, you just run downstairs and then run outside. This guy follows you, hopefully alone, and then you get this little courtyard to fight him in. That was a mistake. Mistakes have been made. Great, we got a peanut gallery now. Okay, now we can deal with this guy. Oh, he dropped loot. Nice. Another sword. You know, if I was farming these guys for the swords, I would be quite happy right now, but evidently that is not the case. Yeah, the first time I tried this, I actually enlisted 2 of my friends to help me with this farming process, because it can sometimes take a very long time. Oh no, we have another peanut gallery with us, don't we? No, he went back inside. Okay. Never mind. We're good to continue. Because yeah, there are these little ninja guys, or I don't know, they throw knives at you, and they're not nice. Ugh. And he drops nothing. As always. This is always the barrier of entry to this game with the shield only run. Because it's like, you don't really want to carry on until you have a good shield. But this is the first really good shield that I know of. I'm sure there's others. But it was a long... Really, I was getting stuck on a little piece of scrap. That's fine. He did not move forward as much as I thought he would. That's fine. No harm, no foul, as they say. Oh. You know, I'm just lucky that these guys don't adapt to me. Like, in the Dark Souls world, you can adapt to your enemies' movesets, but luckily they don't learn your moveset. Because if they did, they would find so many openings. Where you can only fight with shields so effectively. Really, my guy? Get out of here. You hate that game? Yeah, that's the sentiment a lot of people have for Dark Souls games. Or Souls-type games. Because, you know, Bloodborne technically isn't a Dark Souls game, but it is in my heart. Okay, we almost got him again. Hopefully he'll give us the shield. We're gonna be back to the bonfire again. Give me the shield, please. That is not a shield. I think someone needs to remind that guy what the definition of a shield is. It is most certainly not gauntlets. That's fine. I mean, he could have at least given me, like, pants or a helmet or something. Something of the set that I don't already have. See, I've gotten two swords and 2 gloves now. That's just unlucky. Bro, and you're out of hiding now? You got a new peanut gallery? And not a very nice peanut gallery. Oh, come on. He just does that entire combo. That was another death. You gotta add that to the counter. He's blocking the doorway masterfully. His mom must be so proud of him. Okay. Hopefully that other guy doesn't follow. Oh, he most certainly does. And he does a jumping attack. Wow, okay. Ugh. Ow. The issue is that any openings the Lothric Knight has the thief guy ends up filling. They're literally just complementary enemies. And that's not what you want to be fighting against. Okay. We get a breather. Oh my gosh. Okay, and this guy's significantly faster, so he'll get to us first so we can kill him. Get his useless item. You good over there? I mean, what? I mean, I would ask what part you're stuck on, but the entire early game is pretty brutal in Bloodborne. I'm assuming it's that big courtyard that's just chock full of the little enemies. All the villager guys. 'Cause that place sucks. You got the guys up top that are like shooting bullets down at you. My guy, why are you just sitting over there? Thief man. You wanna get distracted over here so I can kill you and get to the bigger dude behind you. Oh, there's another thief dude. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, we're back to this situation. Okay, they're back to wombo comboing. Oh, and I'm out of juice. My Sunny D has run dry. Ow. We need a bonfire. Oh, it doesn't let us bonfire. Okay. We're fine. We got this. All right. Give me a bonfire. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not having much better luck than you are, evidently. These guys are quite the combo. But if I just sprint past before he gets through the door, then it won't summon the other guy. Of course, I'm not doing it right at all anymore. I used to be good at it. No, we can't go down. There's more guys down there. Okay, go up here. Drink. Okay, up here is not any safer. Up here is nowhere near safer. I can't even drink my juice. Okay, we got 3 juices left. That's fine. Our juice box runneth over. Ow. Really? Really? With the knives? Really? Ow. We finally got you out of the way. Okay. Simple 1v1. That's... Huh. We got this. Why did I think this place to farm would be easier? Why was that again? I think that was much harder. I mean, it's easier if I don't pull anything else, but it's kind of difficult to not pull anything else. So we'll go back to our other farming spot, and hopefully that helps. I don't know. Ugh. Oh yeah, Bloodborne is also weird among Dark Souls games because it doesn't start you off with a boss fight. It starts you off with the werewolf guy, but that's more of like a scripted death than a boss fight. Which, you know, I feel like not starting out with a boss fight really does a disservice for the people who play Bloodborne, because the opening boss fight may seem like a really jerk move, but at the same time, it's actually to like protect the player from, you know, situations like you're in, because when you're in that kind of situation, you haven't played enough yet in those early game zones to have developed the muscle memory. But fighting that first boss always gives you that first bit of muscle memory you need to be, you know, successful. I think that's why most Dark Souls games start you off with a boss fight, because it kind of shows that you're ready to go into those early zones. Yeah, I mean, if you're having that much trouble with Bloodborne, you don't have to play it. It's a difficult game. Certainly, I'd be having a lot more trouble if I was trying to play Bloodborne right now. Especially because Bloodborne punishes you for existing by being like, oh, you drank all of your healing items? Well, too bad. You need to go farm more now. And you know what enemies drop the blood vials the most? Some of the hardest ones. Congratulations. It's really a jerk game at times. That was probably my main qualm with it, was that you needed to farm up healing items every time. So it'd be like, you would die 3 times against a boss, and then you'd have to go and take a bit of a break to go farm a bunch of blood vials, and then come back to the boss later. Whereas in Dark Souls, you can just kind of hit your head against the boss as much as you want, and it'll always restore your Estus at the end. Ow. How'd you hit me down the stairs? That's not fair. You good? the gibberish in chat does not increase my hopes of you doing well right now. It's continuing with the combo. Why would you do that? Well, we've gotten farther on this guy than we usually do, but I don't foresee it ending well for us. Especially because now I'm at 1 hit away from death. So we're just gonna run. Yeah, Central Yarnum with the villager guys. Yeah, they suck. As I said, that like main courtyard area, and especially with the guys that stand up on the vehicle and shoot the gun down at you, and then you got the dog around the corner, and it's like, it is brutal. Generally, I think I just run through that place and just pick up all the items that I can get, and just kind of get out. So if you know where the exit is, then I would suggest trying that, just kind of escaping while you can. Hello, good sir. Can I interest you in your shield's extended warranty? Yeah, actually putting a warranty on a shield would be kind of messed up. Because, like, a warranty is usually, like... Although, I guess actually a warranty wouldn't be voided if it got damaged. Because a warranty is like, they'll fix things for a certain amount of time after you get it or something. I actually don't know that much about warranties now that I think about it. You kill everything. Yeah, that... I mean, that is a good way to go about it. If you wanted, you could restart with the cane sword. I feel like it would be a bit easier in a way because it has greater range than the saw and faster attacks. So you can kind of keep the enemies at a distance and not risk taking as much damage from the enemies. But, you know, it's definitely up to you. All I know is that when I was fighting all those villager guys, the whip mode was invaluable because it had a much longer range than they did, and you could just kind of outrange them. Oh, you already did restart with the whip game. Okay. Do you have it in whip mode? Because that's the good stuff. No? Okay, well... I would mention how to change it in case you... I guess there would be a tutorial on how to change it, so you probably already know that. But I don't think I ever played it with a PS4 controller anyway, so I wouldn't know the button. But yeah, it's good in whip mode, especially against beasts, but, you know, it also just has kind of insane range. Why am I going back to this guy? I thought I already decided that I couldn't kill this guy. Evidently, I have changed my mind. Or lost it. That's equally plausible. Ow, I'm in a corner. Ow. I do not like being in a corner. Corners are not my friend. Unlike in Cry of Fear, where I just sat in a corner pretty much the entire game. Alright, still no shield. We've been at this for a long time. Still no shield. That is upsetting. Of course, it would go a lot faster if I could use something other than a shield to get the shield. But, you know, you gotta use the low damage thing to get the high damage thing. That's how games work. The whip is kind of OP. It is! It's a great whip. You know, and then you can use spacing and that kind of stuff a lot more efficiently. Because, yeah, the sword itself has good damage and really good attack speed, but its range is really quite subpar, especially because most enemies then outrange you in that form. So there's a few enemies that the sword itself is much better at, but overall I'd say the whip is just stronger. Almost got him. This guy's totally gonna drop the shield for me. I can feel it. Never mind, it was the next guy I was feeling. Obviously, this guy has it. Good sir, would you like to donate 1 shield to the Challenge Runner Without Shields charity? I know the name is kind of on the nose, but you know, it's good to have a charity really have what they're supporting right up front, you know? Like you don't want to hear the name of a charity and not know what they're supporting, you know? That's just how it is. But, you know, we would be eternally grateful if you just donate 1 shield to us. Sir, that is not a shield. Yeah, I see you got to that part. That is, the gunners are especially an issue, yeah. They're the worst. And have you seen the dog yet? Have you gotten to the point where there's the dog? Because not only are there like 50 people, there's also the gunners up on the higher end. And then if you try to move, I think it's like near the base of the gunner platform, there's a dog. And so all of that together is just not a fun experience, honestly. Hey, at least it's not Sekiro. You know, that we can all be thankful for. Because out of all the games that I've played that are at all Souls-like, Sekiro is the one that I am the worst at. I never got very far in that game. So I probably could if I really tried. But maybe someday. Maybe I'll stream it, and then that'll give me, you know, encouragement to actually get good at it. But that one's all parrying. They were just like, man, this parry mechanic is kind of nice in these Dark Souls games. Let's make an entire game's combat system around it. And I mean, it's not bad, but it's a very skill-based game. How did that work? Both hit each other at the same time. Ow. Dude, my Estus is not efficient enough to be taking these trades. Please wait until I get more undead bone shards before doing that. You'll be fine. You got this. Okay, actually I think what's healing him is the sword enchant. I think that doesn't make it do more damage. It just makes it so it heals him over time, maybe. Or maybe it heals him every hit. Yeah, this is a problem. I'm at one shot and I have no Estus. Let's make a tactical retreat. How do you, I assume that's, how do you deal with, or how do you hear with, what? Oh gosh. How do you hear without flasks? Or how do you heal without flasks? Oh. There's two ways. The first way is get flasks. Which is basically what the game is. It's basically just like, yeah, you don't have flasks, well, you need to go kill enemies to get flasks. Oh, you can't kill enemies because you don't have flasks? Too bad. That's how Bloodborne operates. The other way is if you attack an enemy right after getting hit, you can actually heal back your, you know, basically whenever you get hit, you get lifesteal, and then you can, you know, lifesteal that health back. So if you don't have flasks in your inventory, you basically need to run off the lifesteal entirely. There's no other way to heal. As far as I know. I'm no Bloodborne expert. I've only played like 10 hours of the game. That's so you're gonna have a stroke? That I don't know if Dark Souls games can cause strokes, but you know, if they can, you might. It does sound like a pretty intense situation going on over there. Give me your shield. Dang it. Why are these guys so stingy when it comes to their shields? Like it's been like an hour that I've just been killing these guys, and they just will not give it to me. I don't even have their full armor set yet. Get him. Alright, give me the shield. That is not a shield. Maybe I need to find like a temporary shield. Or maybe I just need to move on with this one. Cause this is taking a while. And I do not want my first stream of this to just be like 3 hours of me searching for a singular shield. And also dying to this guy over and over, which will probably be half of it. Because this guy sucks. But I need to kill him, because the first time you beat him, he drops good items. You don't really need to kill him any subsequent times, though he might have, you know, better chance to drop loot. Now you know why you haven't played the game in 2 years. Understandable. Yeah, Bloodborne, it's tough. It is a tough game. Stop with the weapon buff, please. Interesting, interesting. Okay, saw my life flash before my eyes, but that's fine. Pressing all the wrong buttons. That's fine. We're okay. I mean, we're okay enough to run. We're not okay enough to fight to fight this guy. Just use Bloodborne as a punishment. They just like make you angry and you're just like, hey buddy, I have a perfect game for you. You'll love it. Which is funny because I usually don't use it as a punishment, but I have pretty much made all my friends try Dark Souls at least once. Because I like to watch them suffer. It's funny. Alright, back to it. Because there is one decent shield in the swamp. But I don't remember how far away the swamp is. Yeah, I need to go through the Undead Burg. No, not Undead Burg. That's Dark Souls 1. Undead Settlement. And get through that entire zone. Then go to the next zone and get about halfway through that one before I can get the shield I'm thinking of. Oh wait, no, there's an in-between zone before the swamp. It's the Undead Settlement, then it's the place with all the bird guys. Then it's the swamp. Dang it. I mean, I certainly attempt to give my friends tips when they play Dark Souls, but they're not always receptive to it. And then, of course, they usually expect me to take over when they have trouble on a boss and to kill the boss for them. Which, it's not the Dark Souls way. That's not how that does. Alright, we're not even going to try the big guy because we don't have enough Estus for that. We're just going to run. Good old bonfire, once again. If only I had the coiled sword fragment so I could just teleport back. That would save me quite a bit of time. But no. Unfortunate. Alright, my guy, we're back to this once again. Locked in purgatory, just eternally fighting each other. Man, imagine playing Dark Souls, but you can't dodge. That'd be horrible. No dodge run. That is not going to be my next challenge run. We're not doing that. Because that sounds horrendous. You'd probably need, like, the biggest great shield you can find to do that. You forgot I was playing with just shield? Yeah! I wouldn't even be farming these guys if I wasn't playing with just a shield. I also wouldn't be farming them if they would just give me the shield already. Stop being so stingy with it. That's a mistake. Mistakes were made. Ow. Okay, he gave up. Very good, very good. Drink. Ow. Now give me your shield or die. Dang it. The Voices of the Void definitely does get decent viewership. Although I do think thus far my most viewed ones are the Minecraft ones that I did a while back. But, you know, I don't play things for good viewership, because that would end up getting real boring. It's kind of weird. The footsteps don't sound like what I would expect full metal boots would sound like on stone brick. You know? I don't even know if the stream can really hear it that well because it is kind of a quieter sound, but... There we go. Pizza time. I want pizza. Although I just had enchiladas, so, you know, I probably don't need pizza. Although just is a relative term because that was 2 hours ago. Actually, 2.5 hours ago because it was a little bit before the stream. But, you know, I could still go for pizza. Ow, he still did it. I didn't think he would. You know, every time he charges up one of those attacks, I have to make like a bet in my mind, like, how likely is it that this guy's gonna actually follow through on that attack? And usually I'm like, nah, he doesn't have the gall to do such a thing. But he usually does. And I'm just really bad at predicting that. Shield. Dang it. Every time. Okay, well, I think it's time to go back and spend these souls because I don't want to, like, die sometime and lose them. You know, it's funny. I've died 4 times trying to... Maybe more. I think I've been catching all the death, but maybe not. But I've died at least 4 times just trying to farm the shield. And I've only died once in the actual, like, content of the game. Which was, like, once against Vort. So it turns out the only time I'm having issues is when I'm just farming a surprisingly difficult regular enemy. Could I buy a shield? Are there any good purchasable shields? I never checked. Let's get more health. I like health. Thank you, my good man. A lady, do you have shields by any chance? And any good ones? A leather shield? That's not very good. None of these look very good. None are 100% damage absorbing. They're actually way worse. Oh my gosh. All right, lady, your stuff sucks. Your stuff is horrendous.
Ashen one.
All right, but I can't upgrade the shield because this isn't the shield I want to upgrade, and I don't want to spend time farming upgrade materials later. So, back to it. Not much to do about it, just gotta keep farming. You know, that's just the Dark Souls way. Alright. But slowly, I'm starting to get the drip. You know, got the shiny gloves, now the shiny leggings. Pretty soon, gonna have the chest piece and hat. Oh, also, a while back, not a while back, like yesterday, I saw somebody say helmet as the plural of a helmet. And on one hand, that does kind of make sense, but at the same time, I've never heard that except for then. So I'm like, is that actually the plural? Is you know, you have one helmet, many helmet? I don't know. I think it's helmets. Maybe even helmet eye, you know? There we go. And nothing. That's fine. I'm sure Jimbo will give us the shield. This is Jimbo right here. Not to be confused with Jimbo, the boss that we were fighting earlier. Get out of here. Okay, good. Yeah, these normal guys aren't being that big of an issue anymore, luckily. You just gotta get them down to a science. There we go. Now give me your shield. Dang it. Every time, man. How many times do I have to kill this guy? I don't know, I am heavily considering just moving on and just using the crappy shield for the rest of the game. Or at least for the rest of the stream, and then come back here off stream and just farm for like 3 hours and come back next time with the shield. But once again, that also seems a bit not dishonest, but just like kind of deceptive. Because, you know, the entire run is supposed to be on the stream. Except in Dark Souls 1, when I think I went off stream multiple times to farm upgrade materials, but that's because that legitimately takes hours, and there's nothing you can do to speed it up. Like here, I just need one lucky drop, and that's it. But in Dark Souls 1, you need like either 5 lucky drops or sit there for 10 hours just farming them up. And even then, that's just to like upgrade one item. You have to upgrade all your, like your weapon, your shield, your armor, all separately. Yeah. So I definitely feel justified doing that off camera. But this, it's like this guy right here could drop the shield. And then our hunt would be over. You know? Man, he really wants to protect his shield, doesn't he? You know, by how fervently this guy's fighting, I feel like he must have the shield. He's trying to protect it too zealously. Now show me the shield. Dang it, he had nothing. Why was that guy so adamant to not lose his items when he didn't even have any items to lose? It just doesn't make much sense now, does it? Maybe it was because I was talking while trying to fight, and that completely threw off all my skills. That's probably it. Trying to concentrate on fighting at optimal efficiency while trying to talk about something is indeed a rather difficult task. I have gotten better at it over the many months that I've been streaming now, but ow, I'm not anywhere near perfect at it. That's probably going to take years, not just months. But you know, I've got time to get better at this whole commentary thing. Or, brilliant idea, I could just pre-record all the gameplay, and then when streaming, I just talk over it. That way I can do 100% to gameplay and then 100% to commentary at the same time. It's brilliant. Why am I going this way? I have no Estus. Alright, Mr. Spear Guy, do not kill me. Thank you. Man, what a considerate individual. All right, back to the bonfire. Luckily, we're getting a good amount of souls from this, at least. So let's see. Alternative shields would be the Grass Crest shield that is in the swamp, which, as I said, I'd need to go through a couple zones to get there. No bosses, though. There's a mini-boss, but I can run past him. Yeah, I could do that. Grasscrest Shield, I will want to upgrade anyways, because I'll be using it a lot. As in, having it on my back. I don't think I'll actually use it for combat, but... Very nice view. But where else is a good shield I can get guaranteed? Because otherwise, I'm just stuck killing these guys until they drop their shield. Or killing the Black Knights until they drop their shield. Because these guys, the Lothric Knight shield is best because it can, you know, it's good damage, good weight, 100% physical damage blocking, and it's easily accessible somewhat. I mean, once you have a better weapon, these guys get a lot easier to farm. And then you can just get a bunch of these shields and have one of like every element. And that can be useful. Like, having a lightning shield against a dragon enemy is kind of invaluable. But the biggest shield, or the biggest contender when it comes to shields in this game, is actually the Black Knight shield. Because that thing is kind of a beast when it comes to just straight up DPS. It's got the good damage blocking and higher damage than the Lothric Knight shield when physical, but it can only be physical. So you can't really infuse it with anything else. And honestly, would I be able to even farm Black Knights if I can't even farm these guys very efficiently? I don't think so. I mean, Black Knights would just absolutely destroy me until I have a better shield. Oh, you missed me. Ow. I deserve that. Okay. He did close range. That's good. It's very good for me. Get out of here. Get. Oh, he's not dead yet. Yeah, that's my mistake. It's alright. And nothing. They are not dropping very much at all. I mean, at first they were dropping some things. Like, they weren't the right things, but it was something at least. But now they're just refusing to drop anything whatsoever. Going this way is looking better and better every time I have to come back here. Just, you know, you're out of pizza. Is that because you just had pizza and ate it all, or is that because you checked and you don't have any pizza? Because, you know, these are the important questions. Ow, that has longer range than I thought. I was like, I'll just keep backing up. There's no way he can hit me from there. Evidently, I was wrong once more. Oh, cereal, huh? Cereal's good. There we go. That guy's gone. Ooh, the armor. Okay. I mean, it's not the shield, but I'll take it. Well, that gets us above 70. Yeah, so that's fat roll. Unfortunate. I could take off the helmet. Nice. There we go. Got the swaggy armor. See, now we look just like them. So they'll feel pity for us and give us their shield easier, right? That's how this works. But yeah, we'll definitely need a lot more of the not endurance. What is it? It's the one that makes so we can have higher equip load. We're definitely gonna need a lot of that. So we can wear our full, you know, armor set. Alright, well now that we look swaggy, let's attempt the big boy again. He can't be that hard, right? My guy, I'm trying to fight your friend over here. You're really cramping our style. I don't think they'd sell the shield for 4 Estus. You know, sadly, I think the going price for these shields are 5 Estus, so you know. I'm 1 short. I hate these spear guys. He just had to pull, didn't he? Okay, almost got you. You better give me something like Titanite for this. Nope. Absolutely diddly. Great. Well, back to the bonfire. At least I have a cool flowy cape now. That counts for something. Ow. Note to self, do not look at chat while trying to run downstairs towards a bunch of enemies. Alright, back at it again. We'll get this. And then we'll make some great progress, I'm sure. I don't know, I mean, an hour and a half, or I guess hour 40 minutes or so, is actually pretty typical. Generally between like an hour and a half to 4 hours is generally what I do. It's definitely on the shorter end of it. Yeah, you get out of here. No one wants to fight you. This guy on the other end. Definitely want to fight him. Ow. Why you gotta be like that? I don't appreciate it. And yeah, you technically can stream multiple games in one, but then you kind of have the issue of when the VOD is out, it only like registers as that one game that you started as. And I don't like that. Nothing again. Okay. And then if I'm wanting to, like, have it so all the VODs are on the YouTube channel, I would need to manually split the VOD between, like, this game and that game. And then that's just kind of a hassle. So, you know, it's the lowest amount of, you know, hassle to just do one game per stream and not have to split anything. Of course, I could always, like, stop the stream and then start a new stream with the new information, but, you know, it is how it is. No, you need to get up the stairs. We don't get shield, or not shield guy, I'm the shield guy. So we don't get spear guy on us. Man, this guy is really leaving himself open. There we go. Give me the shield. Crossbow. Of course. I try streaming on Kick. I have not yet. I did think about it, but I don't know. I guess Twitch was just the easiest one with the biggest audience. Kind of just the first, you know, the first choice when it comes to thinking about streaming. Because, you know, I would have tried YouTube because people say there's a lot better discovery on YouTube for newer streamers, but with YouTube you need to pay like a monthly fee, I think, to stream on there. So I was like, no, I'll just go with the one that costs less. Whereas if I wanted, I could stream simultaneously to YouTube, Kick, and Twitch all at the same time. But, you know, sometimes that's just, that's a lot. I'm pretty sure at least at the time that I considered streaming on YouTube, there was a thing where you needed to pay an amount to have it so you could do live streams on your YouTube channel. But I don't know, maybe they removed that. But as far as I know, that was a thing. But who knows, maybe I was misinformed. But maybe at some point, we'll see what happens. Man, but these guys really do not want to drop their shield, do they? This guy's being quite difficult. Shield? That's the third armor I've got. I don't need 3 sets of armor. I mean, you know, historically, weapons were considered, or shields were considered weapons. You know, nowadays we count them more among the pieces of armor, but it's certainly not historically how they were regarded. Get wrecked. Give me your shield. Okay, he gave me his sword and his crossbow. Everything that he wields in his hands except the shield. That is upsetting. That has to be purposeful at this point. They are mocking me. All right. Time to go for round 72. Invest in more luck. I would, but really this is the only time that there's a significant grind for anything in this whole run, other than sometimes for upgrade materials, but that's only if you're upgrading a lot of different shields, and by this point I know what the best shields are and where to get them, so I probably won't have too much farming to do later in the game. So investing into luck would basically just make me worse at combat overall later. And trust me, I'm gonna need every point of strength that I can muster on this character just to make their DPS workable. I would try to go get like the gold serpent ring, but I think that's not available to me right now. That's a bit later in the game. Hey, the Lothric Knight Helm. Not that I can equip it, because that would put me in heavy roll, but it's nice that we have the whole set now. You know, we got the drip. Ow. Drink. Oh no. Ow. Okay, no drinking. Drinking is not allowed. Alright, I feel good about this one. This guy has got to give me the shield. Like, there's just no way he doesn't, right? Right now. Every time. I mean, luckily I've had the silver serpent ring on this whole time, so I'm getting a good amount of souls. But still. He didn't talk to you for a month? I mean, that is just sore losing. Like, what the heck? You can't lose a game and not talk to the winner for a month. That is kind of harsh. Alright, come up here. Pretty soon I'll be a complete expert at fighting these specific enemies. Man, but I can't even beat these guys consistently hitless. Like, far from it. Of course, this is with the shield only. That's to be fair. But still, if I can't even beat these guys that I've been fighting for like the last hour straight hitless, then you know how much effort it must take to be able to do an entire Dark Souls run hitless? Because you would need to memorize the movement patterns of every enemy in the game that you need to fight. Oh no. He saw me. That's a problem. Hopefully he loses interest. I don't think he's losing interest. There's one way to make them lose interest, though. You go in here. Losers. And now we wait. Okay, well, this guy's here. Where's the spear guy? Did he go back to... I guess he already went back to his business. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's going back to his business. And then we can sneak around this guy. Go back up here where we're supposed to fight him. And we're back on track. Like it never happened. Obviously, they were being so protective and staying together because this guy has the shield. Obviously. There's no other option, really. Dark Souls weaponless? You mean like punching things? That... I don't know if that's possible. No, he had a helmet. I guess that's his most coveted item that they were protecting. But yeah, weaponless, I don't know if that's possible, because you can't upgrade your fist. I guess you could use a cestus, which is a fist weapon. But that's still, you know, a weapon. Although, I guess, theoretically, anything is possible in Dark Souls. You know, like, hitless runs have happened, and that you would think would be absolutely impossible. But it's possible on a theoretical level, and thus, people have done it. My guy, I just want up on the stairs. We can actually start fighting. Cause we can't fight down there. You got spear guy. Ow. Drink. Ugh. Dang it. I'm gonna have so many embers. Just asking if you can buy the shield. I wish it worked like that. I wish I could just make a bit of a transaction here. You know? Just be like, hey man, I'll bribe you. I have 5,000 souls. I'll pay you all of it for that shield. I'll even give you like an IOU. I'll come back with like 10,000 souls later. Just give me the shield, please. You know, it'd be like an investment because I can make more souls with the better shield. Thus, investing an amount of souls into it would be smart. But sadly, that's not how this works. We just need to wait until they generously hand over the shield for free. I'm really trying to remember where all the places I can actually get the weapons I want, or shields, technically. Alright, you know what? We've been at this for a while. We're just moving on. We're gonna do it with the crappy shield. It'll be fine. It'll probably be a lot easier than this has been. Cause yeesh. Alright, we hold up the random banner, and these guys come up. Which is still weird that you never fight these guys. Like, what are they? Where did they come from? And why are they nowhere else in the game? Like, they had to go through the whole thing of modeling these enemies and giving them animations and stuff for the cutscene, and yet they just don't use them. It's very weird. Especially because there's like a million other things they could have used to get us down here. And they chose to bring back some random demon enemy from Dark Souls 1. Like, what's that about? Okay, well, we're finally moving on. Sadly, empty-handed, essentially. But we'll get there. We'll just get back to that later. Maybe once I get a better shield. Hello. I am running past all of you. This was a mistake. They don't have much health. I just need to get a few hits, but all my attacks are slower than theirs. And there's 2 of them. Nope. Dogs with a tier 1 shield is not going to be an easy thing to go through. If I could just use the bonfire, we would have been fine. Which usually that works. Usually the dogs don't aggro onto you. I don't know why they did this time. Because like 99% of the time when I just run straight through the gate, they just ignore me. My guy, can you get out of my way? Thank you. Okay, we lit the bonfire. That's the first step. Seems only 1 dog followed us. Also good. Because then we can just take him out real easy like. Because yeah, these villager guys, super easy. Alright, bonfire time. Got past that well enough. So we're gonna try to speed run through here and get to the Grass Crest shield, which doesn't have the best damage, but it is the first shield along the way that I would be fine with leveling up. Even though it takes Twinkling Titanite to level up, which I have no idea where you get that. Except for one spot. I know one area that you get Twinkling Titanite. Oh man, this place. Do I need any of the items around here? I guess I kind of do. I need to get the thing from out here. But I have to deal with these guys, which I am not a fan of. Okay. Then you knock that down. Then you ignore everybody else, because who needs them? Hello, governor. And you grab this. Then you go and interrupt their little festival around here, grab their loot. Very nice, very nice. then I think we want to go this way. Why did you go down there? I'm not even down there yet. Maybe he was seeing the future. He knew I had to come down here eventually. Alright, then you go down here. Fall in the hole. And then we go straight for the next bonfire and hope that these guys don't follow us, essentially. That's not here, it's here. Jump. Dang it. Why are these guys following me? They're not supposed to do that. That's not part of our contract. Get out of here. I'm trying to sit at a bonfire. Alright, good stuff. Let me sit at the bonfire. Next thing is next, as it usually is. We could farm this guy for Titanite, but that's not all that important. At least not right now. Because we don't even have a shield to upgrade with Titanite, so why would I farm it? Alright, this way. Felicitations, malefactors. Let me just grab up some items here. Thank you, thank you. Alright, thank you, thank you. Good day, good day. Alright. Problem solved. Ugh. Now we just gotta get the loot before the giant bolts from the sky kill us all. Easy, right? Ugh. Ow. Okay. Missed the timing. That's fine. Missed the time again. It's fine. We're good. I think we keep rolling a second too early. And the shockwave keeps hitting us. There we go. Ow. Alright, yeah, you attacked at the wrong time, mister. I was gonna say, with my luck, he's probably gonna drop the Zweihander. Yeah, I just can't use it. Can I block it with the tree? And now he's not firing. Okay. Well, there's one more item here, I think. Grab that and run. Shoot at him, not me. I guess we just need to keep both of us in the same location. Thank you. Alright, now we come up here. I don't know how I dodged that. I assumed he wouldn't be able to hit me in that area, but you know, that's fine. Then we open the shortcut. I think I skipped a few steps, but you know what? It's fine. We just need to get to the Grass Crest shield, get the loot, get the Twinkling Titanite to upgrade the shield. Yeah, then everything should be fine. So first you come up here. And then we need to go past Mr. Soup Man. Down here. Good day, sir. All right, now we are where we need to be. Because then we head out here, down this, take a bunch of damage that I didn't think about. That's fine. Not like we're really gonna be doing anything, but just running past everything anyways. Gotta wait for these losers to vacate the premises. Close enough. Grab the loot. Dodge the soup. I did not dodge the soup. Ugh. And then you just run like your life depends on it, because it does. You open this door and get invincibility. Very nice. You know, usually the dogs aren't an issue at this juncture. I don't know how, but I usually avoid having the dogs here. Guys, could you please, you know, not. Okay, thank you. Then we go up. Goodbye. See you guys later. Get the secret loot. I don't know why I'm going this way first. I really should just be making a beeline for the nearest shield.
I help anytime.
He help anytime. Alright, back down. Do I want to go that way? It's probably going to be a horrible mistake. They'll stay there, right? He might not. But I don't know if I'll be able to kill the fire demon like this. Well, if we don't continue his storyline just yet, he probably would stay there. So we'll just leave him there for the minute and come back in a bit after we have a shield. So we can get that grass crest shield, we'll be in a good position. Not that it does exceptional damage at all, but it should do better damage. And it should have 100% block rate, I think. Alright, get past Mini Vort. Oh, that's normal. Yeah, that's, there we go. Alright. Road of Sacrifices. That's what the place was called that I couldn't remember earlier. And then we just need to run through here and ignore everything. I did not ignore everything. I regret all my mistakes. Get me out of here. Hey, look, loot. Alright, this way under the bridge. Do I need to go up? I think there's loot up here. So I distinctly remember coming up here a lot. I think this is like Titanite, right? Yeah. Very nice. Not useful yet, but it will be. Now we just run as fast as we can down to this bonfire and hope they don't follow. Because sometimes they do. And I don't like it when they do that. Oh, he's thinking about it. Oh, he's coming. But we got it. We're good. Okay. Now here is where our shield is. The one shield that I could think of that I can get guaranteed. I don't want to go through those guys to get it. So we're going to go down here. Which is far preferable. upgrade materials here. This dang dog is way faster than I can be. Okay, and this should be the shield right here. There we go. Now we just need to not die to the crabs. Now sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Okay. There we go. Good. Ugh. I thought that was going to be a problem. All right. Let's see how this adds up. So this one is 79 plus 13 D scaling and strength and 86% physical damage absorption. This one is 92 plus 15 with the D scaling and strength and 89% physical damage absorption plus it's also a little heavier. But the important thing is that this gives you a stamina recovery bonus, as you can see up in the it's this thing, the 3 green arrows. It means that my stamina recovers faster. So slight damage upgrade. Woo. And do we have any Titanite for this? No, we do not, because I'm pretty sure this thing requires twinkling Titanite, and we have none of that. Except there's one place you can get it that I know of. Oh, and Black Knight shields also require twinkling, I think. Well, this thing should help us. So we could go back and keep farming. I mean, until we get that shield, we are going to be at level 1. Because that one place that I know for sure we can get Twinkling Titanite, it requires like a $20,000 key. And I do not currently have the funds for that. Well, let's see. Wait, there is... but I was going to say there's the crows, and I could trade items to them. But I don't really want to waste those trades with the crows on the Grass Crest shield when I could be using it for the Black Knight shield, which is also gonna take the Twinkling Titanite, and that's probably far more important. But yeah, higher damage output, higher damage absorption on this. Very good. Makes my life a lot easier. And the higher stamina recovery, also absolutely invaluable. So we'll be able to fight these guys better than ever. I mean, it's doing, I think, about as much damage in 3 hits as the other shield did in 4. I think. It's hard to tell, though. Alright, Mr. Boss Man. I have a new and improved shield. This guy's not coming this way. No, he's leaving. I have a new and improved shield. You can't beat me this time. Really. Right off the bat. Alright, just keep attacking. We got this. Ow. okay. Maybe saying we got this was a bit of an overstatement, or an overconfidence. That's the word. But yeah, I did think this thing would be 100% damage blocking, but I suppose it is not, which is unfortunate. You've made your last opening, good sir. And there's the special item we get for killing him. Very nice. He didn't drop anything though, which is very disappointing. So we'll head back. So yeah, very much better. Obviously my DPS and all that have improved 1.3 fold. Which should make this go a little bit easier, hopefully. Still gonna be a lot of time though. Unless they, you know, drop the shield. But either way, it's still gonna be a hassle. You know, if they just drop the shield, then I wouldn't have to kill them anymore. You'd think that would be good enough for them. They would want to drop the shield just so I stop slaughtering all of them. But evidently not. Maybe they're masochists, I don't know. Ow. I don't think it's time-wise worth it to go after the blue guy. I think he does have better odds with dropping items, but generally he only drops like embers and titanite shards, which are still nice. They're very good, but he probably doesn't have a higher chance of dropping what we need, and it takes like twice as long to fight him than it does to fight anybody else. And there's a chance that I'll die doing all that, so not really worth all that, you know, all that, I guess, effort. Because just for a slightly higher chance, I could just go back and fight one of these guys again. Alright, nothing. Carrying on. Should not have blocked. I always try to block the shield. I don't know why. And he's dead. Shield? Nope. Trying again. Can I strong attack with this? I can. I never use the strong attack on the shield. It's a bit clunky. Of course, I don't really use the strong attack on any weapon because of its clunkiness. You know, you gotta have fast attacks. So you can get into their, you know, openings real fast. Because they only have a few openings in their movesets. Especially in Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring. They really don't leave you a ton of time to get in there. So going for a big attack is kind of risky. Dark Souls 1, you could probably use heavy attacks pretty readily, because the openings in their movesets are absolutely huge. Nothing. Because, yeah, when... I'm sure you would have noticed by now, but when they drop loot, you can see it appear by the time they, like, fall to their knees. They don't need to finish the death animation before the loot appears. So, if they drop loot, you know exactly then. Nothing. Back to base. I do wish this bonfire wasn't so very far away, but it is by far the closest, other than the dancer bonfire, but I am not gonna be going and killing the dancer early just to get access to a bonfire to be able to do this farming slightly faster. that would be kind of ludicrous. Although, honestly, I might have better luck trying to kill the dancer than trying to kill these guys to get their shield. Because at least that is kind of a skill-based thing. Here, it's just very bad luck on my part. Which just happens every time, I'm telling you. Because this is always like the first shield we go for. Because it's pretty much the best early game shield that I know of for this. And yet they never want to drop it. Missed me. Yeah, this thing does good damage. I mean, an entire combo of attacks does about the same amount of damage to them as a strong attack from a regular weapon probably would. But it's fine. We're not here to compare ourselves to regular weapon users. We're here to kill the same enemy a million times. But I'm definitely going to want that Lothric Knight shield before I go and try to kill the... What's her face? The Crystal something. How do I not remember her name? I mean, she's kind of a smaller, like, minor boss in the grand scheme of things. She just kind of blocks the way to the cathedral. And then her, you know, the annoyance with her boss fight is then overshadowed by the super, you know, soul-sucking run through the entire cathedral area. Oh, welcome back. I don't know when you left exactly, but I went and got a new shield. And now I'm back to these guys. And the new shield is working wonders for sure. But it's not enough because it, you know, doesn't give me extra luck, so overall my chance of finding the shield is still You finally thought, no, sadly not. They're still being stingy. This is a completely different shield from a different part of the game that I had to basically sprint through the entire area to find it. But it does slightly more damage and absorbs slightly more damage. So, you know, that's a win in my book. Ugh. Now give me the shield. Dang it. Out of my way. Yeah, because now I have 10,000 souls, which I should probably go actually spend those. So that's only like 2 levels. But still, at the rate that we get the souls, we might as well go spend them. Because if we lost them all, that would be tragic. Not that I think we could, because I mean, we've killed a bunch of these guys without dying to them. So the chance that we actually die to them twice in a row without getting our loot back
Welcome, speak.
is incredibly slim.
Then touch taken.
So let's... Alright, this brings it up to 109. That's probably nice. Oh, and we can get another. Get some more health. Very nice.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Oh, and let me just double check that this shield does indeed require the Twinkling Titanite.
Tis what neat.
Ah, 'tis what neat. Yeah, because all these are regular Titanite. And this one, Twinkling Titanite. Not nice.
Prithee be careful. I don't.
Oh wait, we do have an Estus shard.
Tis what.
My man, reinforce Estus. This'll make our life a bit easier.
Prithee be careful.
A bit more survivability, and even more importantly, I mean, 6 flask uses are probably nice, but the most important thing is the undead bone shard. There we go. Because now our Estus won't be incredibly wimpy anymore. It'll only be mostly wimpy. And that's, that's acceptable to me. Alright, back at it again. This is always how the first section of this game goes when it comes to the shield only run, though. I could make do, but I don't wanna. I want my good shield. So I never have to worry about it again. How did you do that? Okay. Nothing. Continuing on. I wonder how many times I've killed these guys, like total. Maybe I should have kept a counter. Usually not. I mean, I'm around a lot of people that, swear occasionally, so I usually don't have too much of an issue with it. It's just kind of one of those things that, people do, so you just gotta ignore it, I guess. At least that's how I go about it. But yeah, for most situations, it usually isn't an issue. They should clean this castle someday. They really should, especially because all of these guys, I'm pretty sure, died, like, many years ago. So, like, why have they not cleaned them up yet? There we go. An ember. Great. It's not the shield. But that's fine. I'll take embers as well. I mean, later on, I'll not want to be going into certain boss fights without an ember. So, finding some early on is probably very advantageous, but that's just to increase my stockpile. Because, you know, especially for, like, the final boss, I'll probably be fighting him at least, like, 70, 80 times. Depending on how much I remember from last time I had to kill him. And, you know, if every one of those times I want to be embered up at the start of the fight, that is going to be a lot of embers required. But, you know, I can always farm those up later. When I actually have good weapons and access to enemies that drop them a lot more frequently. Who do you farm for embers in this? I don't think I've ever tried that. I guess the higher level Lothric Knights have them. Because I remember, like, later in the game, I need to farm these guys that are in a different location. Because in that other location, they have higher stats and also drop higher level crafting materials. So they drop the Titanite chunks, not the Titanite shards that they do here. And they're one of the best areas to get the Titanite chunks in bulk. That's only if I'm wanting to level up multiple of these Lothric Knight shields. Every time they do that stab, it makes me question if they're actually gonna end up going further than they normally do. It's like, it makes me very scared. There we go. And a Titanite shard. Let me just make sure I don't have the shield. I do not. Just making sure I didn't get it at some point and didn't notice it, because that would be so very tragic. Is this game multiplayer? Technically, yes. It's multiplayer in the same way that Bloodborne is, I think. Because, you know, you can summon people into your world and then that's about it. And, you know, people can invade your world as well, which I'm kind of paranoid about. But most of the multiplayer features are disabled for this, because I don't want to get invaded. Though I might still be able to. I don't know. Like in Dark Souls 2, I didn't think I would be getting invaded. But I still was, because they didn't have a way to turn it off in that game, which was quite upsetting. I had to, like, literally go into offline mode on Steam just to get into the game without any kind of online interaction. No shield. Yeah, the ghost things, yeah. They're quite cool, but also they kind of jump scare you a lot. There we go. And we got more pants. We don't need more pants. I have, I think, 3 sets of the pants now. You know, if I was here looking for pants, I would have plenty of them. But the one item we need, this, you know, this always, literally every time happens. Let me just go through the catalog of how many of each other item I have. We have 4 chest plates, 2 helmets, 2 gauntlets, 2 leggings, and 3 swords, 3 crossbows, 0 shields. Oh yeah, you can see how people died. Yeah, you can do that in this game too. Ow. It's with these blood stains here. It's very nice. Very cool system. I wonder if anyone's come across my bloodstain and been like, why the heck did this guy try to fight this with a shield? Because that would be kind of funny, just with no context, looking at a random bloodstain and see someone hitting with a shield like this. I really wish a shield could repost something. That would be very nice. But no. How did I dodge that? I was like 99% sure that that arrow was gonna hit me. But we're good. Back to it again. I just need one shield, man. Just one. And that's it. You know, I've tried purchasing the shield. I've tried threatening them to give me the shield. Nothing works. They just will not listen. Like the potion seller meme, but instead of potions, it's about shields. They're just like, my shield is too powerful for you, stranger. Shield seller, I'm going into battle. I need your strongest shield. Yeah, I've watched that video so many times. I could, if I really tried, I could probably adapt that entire video right now into shield seller instead of potion seller. But I feel like that would be that would be a pretty long bit. Because it's like a 3-minute video or something. Plus all the time it would take me to remember all of it. And a 4th crossbow. Ooh boy. That's exactly what we needed. We need our 3 swords, 4 crossbows, 2 leggings, 2 gauntlets, 4 chest pieces, and 2 helmets. We need all of it. Which is funny, because I'm probably just going to sell those for, like, a super low amount of money. I think they're, like, at most 300 souls each. And I'm just probably going to sell most of those. Maybe keep 1 set, just in case I want it later. Hey, well, this is different, okay? There's a difference between repetitive gameplay being, you know, part of the core theme, you know, part of the core gameplay loop, and, you know, going into repetitive gameplay willingly because you want a specific item, you know? Because, you know, I very well could move on without this shield. I'm just being very, stubborn. but my stubbornness will pay off someday. But, you know, it is really messed up, because I'm pretty sure all of these items have the exact same drop rate. You know, like, it's the same chance to get a shield as it would be to get one of the swords, or a helmet, or a chest piece. And yet I've gotten so many of all the other ones, and not a single shield. Like, the game has to be conspiring against me, right? That's what it is. You know, just statistically, it is incredibly improbable that we would get to this point in the farming and not have found a single shield. But that's what makes it a challenge. You know, this is all just part of the whole shield only experience. Plus, I mean, when it comes to Dark Souls, you gotta have patience. You gotta be a very patient individual to get through some Dark Souls encounters. Like that time that, I think it was the first time I was doing this, the first shield only run I'd done on Dark Souls 3. I ended up fighting the final boss for about like 7 or 8 hours straight. Just over and over and over. I didn't even really take breaks. I just kind of sat there and did it and nothing else. More pants. So certainly this is a lot less taxing than that is. Because, you know, at least with this, I survive nearly every time I go out to kill these guys. But with the final boss, I was dying every time, and that was not fun. And I was running low, like getting lower and lower on embers every time I attempted it. And then eventually I ran out, and then it just became like much harder to do it. So it was a very long and upsetting experience. So this is nothing. I should not block with a shield. Don't block the shield bash with a shield. That's not a good idea. Another ember for my ember collection. Very nice. Maybe they don't drop shield. No, I have farmed many a shield in this same location. As I said, I have done this run like twice before. So I know for a fact these are the correct enemies. And they will eventually drop the shield. You will see in like 2.5 hours when I finally get the shield, you will see that they can drop it and that I am just being discriminated against. Because, you know, when it comes to probabilities, they have to give me the shield eventually. You know, there's... Every time I go through this, the probability that they haven't given me the shield yet just goes lower and lower. So, eventually it's just inevitable. You know, we both have infinite lives over infinite amounts of time. Thus, any possible outcome is inevitable. Gonna get banned from Dark Souls for my safety. I mean, I don't think so. There have been people who have played a lot longer than this just to, you know, for even dumber things. Like, there are people who will spend hundreds of hours hunting throughout World of Warcraft trying to find, like, a specific mount. So I'm just saying, I think I'm more mentally stable than them, and they were never banned for their own health, luckily. Plus, technically, I was already banned from Dark Souls for modding Dark Souls 3 at some point, so, you know, we don't have to worry about that. Another day, another no shield. Just gotta go again. Or as I think Ina coined the term, just go next. So that's all we gotta do. We just gotta go next. Every time. Nothing. I swear, I think I have accidentally used the kick attack more times than I have on purpose used it. Hey, would you look at that? They can drop it. So let's go over final tally here. 3 swords, 4 crossbows, 3 helmets, 4 chest pieces, 2 gauntlets, 4 leggings, 1 shield. Finally, indeed, my good man. So you see, this shield, it doesn't have as much pure physical damage as this one does, as of yet, but it has 100% damage absorption, and higher stability, which is always useful, and I can actually upgrade this one. So let's go do that, and then we can continue with our lives. The hardest part of the run is over. Congratulations, we did it. Game is practically beaten now. Man, now what do I do next? I was doing this for so long, my brain hasn't even been processing where I need to go next in the game. I suppose I could do Curse Rotted Greatwood, but that's kind of a side boss. That's not necessary. I don't know. What does one do from here?
Just good, wasn't he?
I suppose I just go straight ahead for the Crystal Sage. That's what it was. The Crystal Sage. I couldn't remember that earlier. We just go straight for the Crystal Sage and start beating them up. And after all that, we still don't have enough Titanite shards to fully upgrade this. But now this does more damage than this does. Very nice. And has higher stability, all that good stuff. Very, very nice. Can I do this again? No. And eventually I would like to infuse it with heavy, but we don't have that here. We'll need to do some stuff before that's available. So let's see. We can get this here. And now this is going to be our main shield for, like, ever, essentially. Very, very nice.
So, to get to the... Do we have another one of these? No. To get to the Crystal Sage, which I suppose is the next obvious place, we'll need to actually... Well, we should probably clear out the swamp area. Get all of its loot. Because there's probably enough Titanite shards down there to upgrade this thing again. Oh, and this isn't even the swamp yet. This is just the Road of Sacrifices. This is just the water puddle area. The swamp comes later. Oh no, we have heavy roll. I did not factor that into my gear out, you know, my little gear setup right now. Here, let me try to move this on the fly. Did getting rid of gauntlets help? Yes, okay. No gauntlets. Who needs them? We have better shields, so gauntlets are ultimately unnecessary. Ugh. Twin Dragon Great Shield. Decent against some things, not really good for shield only. So yeah, now it has been confirmed that the game was just discriminating against me, and I'm not, you know, it's not that it just doesn't drop them. Get this. Get this. Hopefully not die. Alright, we survived. That's good. I am pleasantly surprised. Oh, he followed me. Okay. You know, dude, you have fun with that. I'm gonna go grab my favorite armor right here. Thank you. Man, he is very upset. All right, my man, you really wanna fight? Oh, that is a nice amount of damage. Come on, dude, fight me. You cannot. I have just too much stagger for you. And he keeps trying to back up back to where he came from. That's not a very good combat technique, my guy, I must say. Alright, is there any more loot we need to get over here? Oh yeah, we need the ember. Not the ember. Is it embers? What do they call it in this game? Yeah, I don't know. But we need the blacksmith guy upgrade. Man, you guys are not easy to block. But luckily, you have very little poise, so, you know, easy game. Ow. Ugh. Nice. Really? The little poison crab hurt me? That's just sad. That's a sad state of affairs, I must say. Alright. Now, we saw what happened with the last enemy I was trying to kill to get the shield. So this is the next enemy. We're not going to be farming him right now, as is probably obvious once we start fighting him. But this guy has the next shield we want for whenever we go about getting that. As you can tell, he sucks. Though I think he has a higher drop rate. You know, that is indeed quite the silver lining. Oh, and this thing is 100% damage blocking, so I might lose a ton of stamina for blocking, but there'll be no bleed through.
which is very nice. Oh, that is a combo. Oh, combo's not done. Okay, I'll just back up, let you finish your combo in peace, good sir. Yeah, this guy like takes half my health every hit. He is not fun to work with. And those hits can chain together. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm gonna hide back here for a second. Thank you. Nope, no thank you. Jeez. Yeah, so that's the next guy we would have to fight to get our next shield. Because we want his shield. It's, as far as I've seen, one of the best in the game for just pure physical damage. Which, you know, is why I was using it at the end of my last run. But it would be incredibly difficult to get it right now, and additionally we wouldn't be able to upgrade it because it takes Twinkling Titanite. So, no reason to be really trying to get it right now. But hopefully these guys don't follow us in here. I don't think they do. We will grab this and head this way. Okay, they are definitely following me in here. My guy. This is supposed to be a stealth mission. Yeah, this enemy is like the opposite of stealth. He's literally wearing like a million jangling chains and screaming constantly. How am I supposed to avoid detection? Like this. Thank you. Jeez. He didn't even drop an item. Okay, so then we just gotta walk. You drop down here. You walk past him. And you don't mess with him because he kills you very fast. Honestly, I did better against him than I thought I would the first time. I kind of thought that he would just obliterate me in the first few hits. But I did invest heavily into health, so... Coal, that's it. Yeah, we need the coal. I don't know if we need that coal, but we need a coal. And then we need to infuse this thing with heavy, so that it gets better strength scaling, because that's all we care about. Ow. Hey, look, loot. There's nothing we need, but it's loot. Thank you. I don't think I've ever used green blossoms in this game, now that I think about it. Alright. Crystal Sage time. This weapon is nowhere near adequate for this kind of boss, but you know what? It's fine. That's what challenges are for. It's to challenge you. Ow. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore those guys. They're not worth our time. Do all that to get a ring that I usually never even end up using. But that's fine. My guy. Okay, thank you. That is all. Just needed to kill the little lizard guy. As you were. And here we go. Alright, great damage, guys. Great damage. They should be right here. Nope, they're over here. Oh, you're going to sleep? Alright. Well, I'll see you later, hopefully. He's over here. Now, as far as I can tell, the trick to this boss is basically just knowing where they're gonna spawn. Because if you can predict where they're gonna spawn, you can kill them before they have a chance to kill you. But I don't think I'm waiting long enough. You wait until the crystals have fully come out, and then we run. Now things get tricky. Because here's where second phase comes in. My estimations have been quite off thus far, which is upsetting. I mean, it's not a perfect science, but you know. Usually I'm pretty good at predicting where she's gonna appear. Yep. I just couldn't do enough damage. I definitely survived enough cycles to be able to kill her. It's just, you need like twice as many cycles when you're using a shield. So, we'll try it again. Why do we keep respawning here? We need to go to the next bonfire up, which is Crucifixion Woods. That's the closest one. I like how the tooltip, or not tooltip, just the little, you know, hint that it gave there was about a shield. It's like it knows what I'm doing. It's giving me relevant hints. I can never get the timing of those down. Luckily, they do very little damage, so we're fine. Give me my money. She seems to have an extra delay. I feel like she doesn't spawn as quickly anymore. So let's wait another second. Interesting. Okay, and she's just not even trying to teleport. Interesting. Alright, got a lot of hits in there. Yeah, I would normally try to use a dark resin because she's weakest to dark damage, but sadly, shields cannot have resins put on them. So I just kind of need to deal with what I got, which is fine. I mean, this is a perfectly doable amount of damage. Man, why are you not... What? Ma'am? 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 Why are you not leaving? You're supposed to leave after the first few hits. That's how your fight works. Okay, then. Apparently she just wanted to sit there for a while to kill us. That is highly abnormal. But alright. You know, whatever floats her boat, I guess. Because, you know, you can't really heal up when they're all sitting there firing at you. There's pretty much no downtime. So the only way to get a downtime to heal is if you make her teleport, which de-summons all the clones. But if she just refuses to do that, you just like, what do you do? There's nothing you can do, really. Really? Doing the line attack right off the bat? That is just unfair. And you're not even teleporting out. You're just sitting here like a weirdo. Like, what are you doing? Thank you. Jeez. Oh, she spawned over there. Okay. Yeah, see, that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to hit her like twice, and then she just teleports out, but... she doesn't seem to always like to do that. If only I had health regen. That would make this fight a lot more manageable, because I could just get that small amount of health back without having to use a potion for it. Yep. Second phase starting. Let me just top up, because I'm gonna die if not. Okay, she should be in that alcove there. Now she should be in this area here. Nope, she's over here. Okay, keep topped up. We don't have much Estus left though. I'll need to be more sparing with them from here on out. Oh, the line attack. Teleport, please. Okay, we need to try to find some respite. Line attack. That's the worst one. By far. Alright, well, we don't have much health left, but... ow. Well, you gotta try again. Yeah, this is a tough one with low DPS. You kind of need the higher DPS in order to get her killed within a certain number of repetitions, or else you just run out of Estus. I suppose I could use, like, embers for it, but I don't really want to waste embers on something like this. If I had that health regen, we would be set. But I don't know where the first item you get that gives you health regen is. Because I don't really use health regen all that often. It's just good for certain longer fights. I know there's a shield that gives one. At least there was in Dark Souls 1. So I'm not sure if this game has its own variant of it, but I would assume so. Man, she really insisted on not teleporting there. Alright, we're not to second phase yet, I don't think. There we go. Alright, alright. All is well. Man, she's pulling out all the stops for that round. Got the line attack, got the crystal shards attack. Man, I have been focusing so much trying to it takes a bit of brain power to try to do this, because you need to like predict where, like, see where you are, predict where she's gonna go from there. It is a tough thing to do on the fly while talking. It's this one, most likely. Attack, attack, attack. Get her, get her, get her. Thank you. Very nice. Right at the end there is just... Trying to get that last attack out to finish the boss fight. Very, very nerve-wracking. I didn't count any of those deaths. Now that I think about it, I was just going. Let's see. There's 1, 2. There's at least 2. That's a given. But I'm gonna say... I don't know. I'll need to rewatch the VOD and catch up the death counter back to where it's supposed to be, because that certainly, I died a lot to that one, and we need to go back through and make sure that that is documented. But you know, Crystal Sage, always a tough cookie for me. But I'm gonna end it there, because this has been quite the adventure. We spent like 10 hours trying to get this shield. And of course, as always, it drops the shield only when you finally are like mentally broken enough that you start to contemplate, like, am I sure they actually dropped this shield? Like, the second you start doubting yourself is when they actually drop it. So that's always upsetting. But we got it eventually, and now we've killed the Crystal Sage, so next thing to do is probably go down, either fight the Abyss Watchers or go and kill the Deacons of the Deep. Either one makes progress towards the end of the game, so either one is really going to be the next stop. So that'll be fun, that'll be a good time, and I get to look forward to actually playing the game and not just farming enemies for 10 hours, you know?
that's gonna be good. That's gonna be a fun thing to look forward to. So yeah, I'll get back to this next time, and I'll see you guys then. So goodbye.